Imagine being in an empty lunatic asylum and you see this.
Giant owl or something pretending to be one.
Hi guys, we're back today with a new video. Yep, you know how we do it. Before we jump into today's video, could you please like, subscribe and comment to help me boost my YouTube channel and recommend it to friends and family and people who think might be interested in this kind of content. Subscribe count's going up lovely, 129 subscribers. Thank you and welcome new watchers, first time watchers, new watchers. Welcome, hope you like the content. We're just getting started, so yes, could you all please like, subscribe? I said that, and let's just dive into it. Let's go. Right guys, let us go.
Explaining the iceberg of Google Earth's greatest secrets. Part 2. In the fifth layer, the suitcase. One of the strangest images ever found on Google Earth shows a man bent over the trunk of a car, parked on a deserted street. The scene feels wrong. His posture looks tense, almost like he's hiding something or someone. The location was even flagged on Google Maps as a possible crime scene, and some believe the mystery may have been quietly resolved right there. In the sixth layer, the ghost girl. Hidden among trees, Google Earth captured a pale figure peeking from behind a trunk. The face looks empty, unnatural, almost frozen in time. Many believe it resembles a child's spirit, watching anyone who dares to look back. The most unsettling part, the image is still visible today. In the seventh layer, the giant crab. Near a pier, a colossal crab-like creature appears to be emerging from the water. Some claim it's a manipulated image or a trick of perspective. Others believe Google Earth accidentally captured a creature that was never meant to be seen. And at the bottom of the iceberg, Lincoln Way, a completely abandoned street in the United States, where every house was left behind as if the residents vanished overnight. No clear explanation was ever given for the evacuation. The question remains, was it just another ghost town or something far more controlled?
What do you think, guys? Left my camera on the ocean floor at midnight. Turn your volume up. The ocean at midnight after us humans leave. The sound has not been altered. Ooh. Kind of unsettling. Sing in the darkness. Thousands of humpback whales. That was so close we could feel the world displacement from its tail. I think the sound and picture and everything is what I'd expect it to be like underwater, if I'm honest. It's everything I'd imagined. A massive whale within 100 feet of us, somewhere in the darkness. It's the darkness I don't like. Basically, humpback whales sing all day and all night, and they get to go on vacation to Hawaii every year for a fuck, living high life. That's what I got from that. God, they're living the dream. It's not. What you imagine the ocean to be quiet. No, I wouldn't. Not a midnight swim, no. Like I said, I don't like the darkness underwater like they look. Bonkers. She loves it.
It's a recording of this sound.
Alien Update 2026.
And this is a video where they found this huge circle around this tree with it on fire.
looks like it's been struck by lightning.
That's weird. How the heck does that happen? That's a perfect circle around it.
Perfect circle around the tree, look.
So the coolest thing is that they flew over the area with a thermal camera, and this is what they caught. That's a perfect circle.
It is. It sure is.
Wait a second. Didn't the exact same thing happen to Chris Blatso, the guy who was kidnapped by aliens?
I don't know, Geminis.
Ah, exactly, 12 years ago.
This tree just spontaneously combusted in our backyard.
Yep.
Your iPad or whatever.
This is so weird.
I remember it seeing
There's
this.
Emily coming home.
Yeah, I told Stephen to come out here and look at it. It hasn't been thundering or lightning or none of
No.
that, y'all.
Yep.
I don't even think it rained today.
For 2 days, how's it burning? It's been wet.
That's crazy.
We've all been standing out here looking. Ran as fast as we could in the backyard. The tree just spontaneously combusted.
Some strange things happen.
Yeah, I guess it could happen. But this was during the same period in which Chris was experiencing a series of strange
This Geminis. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. I probably butchered it, I'm sorry, but he's awesome for this kind of content. Absolutely brilliant.
things with his family.
Awesome, look.
And they were saying that they were taken or contacted by aliens.
First being explained to you, he wasn't there to harm you, he was only there to help you.
Right.
Was there any other communication, any other times that you saw them or
Yeah.
experienced them?
2 nights later, these lights in the backyard again. So I walked back to that far back right corner, and I went through that little opening you see. So I crawled, dragging that gun under these trees until I got about 20 feet from that orb, 20, maybe 30 feet. And the electricity from it, the buzz, the static, every bump, goosebump on
From
me
there,
was just tingling.
So I'm guessing that if those orbs have that much energy, it could easily cause that to one of those trees. Now keep in mind that Chris Blatso's experiences are scary, but at the same time he talks about beautiful things. So I guess you'd have to watch his interviews. Now going back to this post made by this ranger, where was this? Okay, so this is... Yep. Pretty close to the coastline. I'm guessing whatever this thing is came from over here. Somehow landed on that tree. This is really weird. Let's see what else we can find. So this was in the end of September, just a month ago.
Hell no. You know this coming in November?
It's the same thing.
Yeah, finally we see him.
Yeah.
Those ain't no candlelight joints. Those are joints that I just saw that they just posted out in Florida. Yeah, see the plane? Yeah, them the UFO joints.
Saying they caused the fire? The mobs, they're orbs.
And where is this?
That's exactly how they look flying over. Don't be surprised if this video get deleted out your phone, bro.
Yeah, but where? So you got this one. This is actually recent, October 12th.
I wanna
A man
see
in Peru
some
recorded
UFOs
various
in real
lights
life.
hovering in the sky over the capital of Lima. Like I said, this is in the coastline. Check this out.
No sé si se puede ver.
Yeah, I can see them.
Llega del aeropuerto de
Yeah, I
Lejos.
see.
Acabo de salir y veo esas luces.
Loads.
Esas luces
Wow.
en la cámara, pero esas luces que están ahí y están
Gone.
desapareciendo, pero habían bastantes. Solamente quedan 4 o 5 rojas. Ahí está, en color verde.
Wow.
¿Qué es esa? Drones de la FAP. Ok. Ahí está, han aparecido más ahora. ¿Qué tal? Ya se desaparecieron ya.
Nothing. What's really weird about it is that there are no droning sounds coming from these objects. Last year we had the drones, we could hear them. It was a little bit different than a normal drone, but we could hear them. These orbs, no sound at all coming from them. So searching a bit more about the massive sightings that have been happening in Pennsylvania.
Giant owl or something
right.
pretending to be one.
Mothman. Jesus. Look at the glaze on the. I think it's just a big owl, but look at the glaze. It's not budging. It's not moving. Oh, it's not far from
Caption
Mothman.
calls it Mothman, but the face looks almost like a bird wearing a human expression.
Yeah. Oh, that growl.
The clip is simple, but it hits a nerve. A lone fence line, darkness behind it, and a massive shape sitting upright like it owns the land. The eyes don't glow red like the classic Mothman stories, yet the stare is so sharp it feels personal, like it's sizing him up. That's why the theories split fast. Some swear it's a giant owl or a hawk caught in the worst possible lighting, and that this exact image has been floating around for years. Others don't care what species it is, because nothing should look that big on a fence post, and the way it holds itself feels wrong. The jokes turn into prayers. People talk about bowing, not making eye contact, even throwing the whole Bible at it. And then there's the darker take. If it isn't a bird, why does it look like it understands it's being seen?
I bet its wingspan is incredible.
Imagine being in an empty lunatic asylum and you see this. This is the North Wales County's lunatic asylum.
Crazy
it's
bitch.
believed to be one of the most haunted buildings in the
When
country.
you see demonic possession clips, or even on films and stuff like that, that's the freakiest to me. That when you see them crawling up walls and stuff like that. There's one scene on Constantine at the beginning. There's that. That's, to me, for possession, that freaks me the fuck out more than anything. Jesus, that's why that clip was like, ugh, to me.
It was built in 1848 and closed in 1995. The place has a very dark reputation. Over the years, many people have captured photos of spirits all around the building. In 2023, there was 2 urban explorers looking around the site at night. They were looking around the rooms when they noticed something incredibly disturbing. They saw what appeared to be a person dangling from the ceiling.
Look at that.
The individual then jumps towards them. The explorers got away safely, but what do you think this could be? If this was just a normal person, why would they be in an empty lunatic?
Why would you jump on a table or cabinet there, look? Like a kitchen cabinet there. Looked like it hurt itself.
Explorers got away safely, but what do you think this could be?
Well,
if this was just a normal person, why would they be in an empty lunatic asylum at night?
You might be possessed, but I
Others
bet you feel
believe
that.
This figure is supernatural. How would it be possible for them to balance on a ceiling? This incredibly disturbing footage remains unsolved.
That freaks me out, that.
NASA just released video footage of astronauts in space working on the International Space Station. But when you see some of this stuff that they clearly missed before releasing it to public, it's gonna make you laugh. Sometimes you just gotta look. Be smart, think with your head. See the curvature of the Earth
I don't believe that's real.
You got the fisheye lens.
I don't believe that's real. I wish to God it was. The fisheye lens is. I think he's what they call them, a flat earther. I don't believe it. I don't believe the Earth is flat. I'm open to it. You have to show me proof. I do believe it's a globe, but I do think NASA cover a lot of shit up because they have to back governments.
Obviously
for
on
funding.
the video camera, right? Curvature. And all the high-tech structure that they got on the ISS.
I wish that would. It could be real, but
foil.
I'm not buying it.
It kills me. I mean,
imagine that view.
The high-tech CGI looks good. Look, flat.
Yeah.
Flat. They missed that. Didn't have the fisheye lens on that one. And this thing just spinning around doing nothing. I mean, come on. I mean, it looks cool. All the thunderstorms and everything else going on. Nothing.
I want to see this astronaut spinning around.
Guy looks. It looks like plastic and aluminum foil. It kills me. I mean, the high-tech CGI looks good. Look, flat. They missed that. Didn't have the fisheye lens on that one. And this thing just spinning around doing nothing. I mean, come on. I mean, it looks cool. All the thunderstorms and everything else going on. These guys are working. I don't know what they're doing. This guy, what's he doing over here? And look at that guy. He's just dancing up there, I guess, just spinning around.
That's bullshit.
I mean, come on, really? They really expect us to believe this stuff?
I'm not buying that.
Wake up.
Why Bigfoot reports cluster.
What do you think,
Instead of
guys?
spreading out,
Let me know in the
Bigfoot
comments.
sightings don't spread evenly across the map. They cluster. Certain regions produce reports decade after decade, while others stay quiet no matter how many people pass through. That alone rules out randomness. Bigfoot geography isn't about where people live. It's about where people move through briefly. Forests with corridors, river systems, mountain passes, places that allow something large to move without being noticed for long. That's why maps matter in Bigfoot research. Follow if geography tells you more than a single sighting ever could.
People who survive unsurvivable things. Vesna Vulovic. She fell 33,000 feet from the sky and lived.
Wow.
Julian Kepke. She fell from a plane and survived the jungle for 11 days.
Was that the Amazon's jungle? I think it was.
Anna Bogenholm. She was frozen under ice for 80 minutes.
And survived?
Chesley Sully Sullenberger.
Know him.
He landed a plane on Hudson River and saved everyone on board. Tsutomu Yamaguchi. The man who survived both Hiroshima and Nagasaki Andes flight disaster. A rugby team survived 72 days trapped in the Andes Mountains. Harrison Okene. He spent 3 days trapped underwater.
I saw that footage.
In a tiny air pocket.
All the cryptids, the one that I think could be real is the Jersey Devil. Because
the Jersey Devil.
There have been thousands of reports.
I haven't seen much about this.
Well documented. I mean, the Jersey Devil has been seen since the 1700s. And these stories and these reports were published in so many newspaper articles. And still to this day, you ask the people near the Pine Barrens, they will tell you the Jersey Devil is real. Now, this is a story from 1998. There was this woman named Deborah. And Deborah said that she was young. She had this boyfriend. They had fell into rough times. So they had a friend who owned some land next to the Pine Barrens. And they let them park their RV there and live in it. And she said from time to time, living out in the woods, you would hear weird sounds or you would see animals. But for the most part, it wasn't that bad. She said then one night she had let her dogs out. And all of a sudden she hears her dogs outside barking at something, like they had smelled the scent of something. So she goes outside of the RV and she's yelling to her dogs, come here, where are you? And she said she could see her two dogs in front of her, but she sees up in the sky this black shadowy figure just come down, take her dog and pick it up and carry it off into the air.
Jeepers creepers.
And at the time, she said she thought it was an owl or a large bird or something. So she's freaking out. She's screaming her dog's name. She gets the other dog, puts it in the RV. She calls for her boyfriend, and they go out in the woods and they're looking for this dog. They cannot find it anywhere. The next day, they go back out into the woods to look for this dog. They notice this one tree. There's red stuff running down it.
Ooh. Well,
they look up in the tree, and there is the dog. And it has been ripped apart into two pieces, and it's hanging from the tree. They said this was a German Shepherd. It was, 98 pounds. So whatever it was had to be very big that carried this thing off, right? So after that, she was very cautious with leaving the dogs out at night. She didn't like to be outside at night. And she said a few nights she would, come home later at night and she was bringing some groceries in. And she would hear strange sounds like screams coming from the woods, and she would hurry up and run inside the RV. But she said the creepiest encounter with this thing was one night her and her boyfriend are asleep in the RV. And she said she had this very vivid dream. And she said standing in her bedroom there was this tall creature that had the legs of a horse, had sort of the face kind of a man, had these big long horns protruding from its head, had these sharp teeth, had red eyes. And this thing just looked at her and said, "Hello, Deborah." And she said right as it said, "Hello, Deborah," she woke up. Well, when she wakes up, she thinks it was just a bad nightmare. Well, she hears what sounds like something moving on top of the RV. She wakes her boyfriend up and she's like, "There's something on top of the RV." And they could hear what sounded like footsteps, but if it was a horse kind of trotting on top of this RV. And she said all of a sudden they heard this unhumanly scream. And then boom, whatever this was, it sort of flew off. The next day, she said she went on top of the RV with a ladder, and she looked up on the top of the RV and could see what looked like dirt impressions of hoof prints. So several months pass, and they kept having these weird encounters. And she said this night something just didn't feel right. And she said that her and her boyfriend were watching TV in the RV when all of a sudden something just hits the side of the RV. And she said it was so hard that stuff actually fell off the shelf.
So is the Jersey Devil
She said
talking?
then they started hearing these loud screams, and there was something outside of the RV, and it was kind of flying around like low, that they could see it out the window. So her boyfriend like jumps in the driver's seat, starts it up, and starts driving away. And they said as they were driving, they hear a loud smashing sound on the top of the RV, like this thing was trying to get in the top of the RV. So her boyfriend just pushed on the gas pedal and went as fast as he can. And he said after about 5 miles, whatever this was left, and they managed to go to a friend's house. And when they get out, they could tell something was sort of like had thrashed the outside of the RV because it was badly damaged. And Debbie said she would never go back to the Pine Barrens again.
Right, well, hello. What the hell is that? Is that blowing the tree? It's blowing all the bloody snow off, Sharon. And what are you doing? Is that real? Leave the trees alone. We need that to breathe, you silly little sausage. What even machine is that? That ain't real. There's no way. That's like the claw. You know, out of Toy Story, the claw. Why are we putting cemented bricks on barbed wire to package it? Right, that is not real. There's AI faulty enough in this world, but I don't. That looks like a bloody roller coaster or something from Jurassic Park. And what kind of bike is that? It's a bloody lawnmower. Oh my god! How does it not get trapped at the front? What in the clawed circular machine?
That's amazing.
And then there's this.
Wow.
All right, I know about that one. I didn't know it sucked it in like that. And what are these geezers doing backflips in a minute? That ain't real. Well, slice my pineapple and call me SpongeBob. Don't put the whole fist in. One's enough for the love of everything. Oh, hello.
Oh, that looks satisfying. Sweet. There we have it, guys. That's another video done and dusted. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, could you please like, subscribe and comment to help me boost my YouTube channel and recommend it to friends and family. Hope you did enjoy it. Thank you for watching. I shall see you in the next video. We're just getting started. Bye bye.